If I mention the name John Bones Jones to you, would you know what I was talking about or who I was talking about? What about Lyoto Machida? Would you know that name? Would it mean anything? Would it ring along with you at all? This is the problem, the uphill climb the UFC is facing. Last night, UFC 140 at the Air Canada Centre, the big show. This is a big show on the UFC calendar, a lot of money involved. But I wonder, how many people outside that small world of UFC fans, of guys who are just hooked on this stuff, know who these people are, care who these people are interested at all? This is the challenge. If UFC wants to get to the mainstream, the names like John Jones, the names like Lyoto Machida, they have to be known to everybody. And right now, it's still a niche sport, it's still a niche event, and it still has niche names. Other than George St. Pierre, I would challenge anyone to come walk down the street and say to someone, name me a UFC fighter. Just one. Somebody you would know. The day that we know the names, the day we can relate to the fighters, is the day that UFC has won over our hearts and probably crossed over to the mainstream. But until then, they're not there yet. For Simmons Says, I'm Steve Simmons of the Toronto Sun.